Hey everyone, I'm Sara and welcome back to the Coffee and Crochet podcast. I love doing this on YouTube. I just have to say I'm having so much fun because one of the things I just love, and I've probably already said this, is I love seeing all of you already chatting with each other, saying happy birthday. And I think someone said Cheryl had a birthday. So happy birthday, Cheryl. And also just seeing you talk to each other. How's the weather? How are things going? Things like that. And I love that. I think it's so much fun. That's part of being in a crochet community, is talking to each other, getting to know each other, right? All right. So as they say, I have a really big show for you today. We're going to announce the winner of our book giveaway. And I know you're all real excited about that. We're also going to talk about a couple of things. I had a question this week about what's the difference between a crochet pattern bundle and a crochet pattern ebook. We're going to talk about that a little bit. I have a new yarn to show you that I received this last week. And then we'll talk about what's new and what's coming. All right. So you'll notice I've got my cardinal on today. I've got my necklace that my granddaughter bought me a few years ago. And then she got me these earrings last year. Y'all know I love cardinals. And I've got my cardinal cup today. Isn't that beautiful? It says peace. It's kind of hard to find that this time of year because we are running around willy-nilly trying to get every Christmas gift done or purchased in time for all our holiday celebrations. So let's take just a few minutes and just calm down just for this 25 to 30 minute video. Set aside your worries of the world, of your family, friends. Set them aside for just a few short minutes and we'll have a good time. And it's okay to laugh, okay? So let's grab our whatever we're drinking. I am doing the mocha peppermint coffee today from Starbucks. Somebody gave me a bag of it, so I am enjoying it. So clinkety clink clink. Happy holidays. I will warn you of one thing. My son has his shop here on our property, and they're putting up a building today. So you might hear a bang or a crash or someone scream. Hope no screams. If you do, just ignore it. You also might hear the dogs bark a bit, because when we have people on the property, they're not, whether they know them or not, they'll bark a bit. So, you know, they're Chihuahuas. They're going to bark a bit. All righty, are you ready to get started? Find out who the winner is? Well, first let's talk just a smidge about the book, not very long. This was donated by Stringy Ding Ding. That's Olive. If you've done any of her patterns, they are amazing patterns. And she laid the book out just beautifully. It has 20 patterns in it. And you can go to her website and buy this book. And if you do, get it quick because Christmas is coming, right? And the other holidays. All right, so you're going to receive this book. It's like 120 pages, I believe. 20 different Ammy-Jaramies. I call them stuffies. You're going to get this book, okay? And one of the things she did in the front that I think is really cool is she really laid out everything that you need. And then she also is showing you all the particular stitches and things. I'm not going to show it to you because that's part of what you get, okay? But she showed you all the different techniques and stitches with lots of pictures. She's really good at illustrations. The illustrations in this book are amazing. Okay, so you're going to get this book and you're going to get your choice of the zipper bag. And on the front of the zipper bag, Coffee and Crochet. In the back, it has the heart with the crochet hook on it. It also has a little tassel and a little hook here so you can hook it on your bag. You can choose this bag, or you can choose the big bag here. This is a muslin bag, Coffee and Crochet with Sara. It's got the coffee cup and the heart with the crochet. And it's a nice big muslin project bag, okay? So the winner can choose one or the other of the bag, and when you contact me, you can let me know that, and the book. All right? So, are you ready? I always love announcing the name of the winner just because it's just so much fun to give stuff away. Okay, so just a reminder, if you're a winner of this giveaway or any giveaway anywhere on the internet, never, ever, 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 ever give away your shipping address or your email address or your phone number to anybody. Never do it, because there's too many spammers out, and especially this time of year. Do not do it, okay? The best way to contact me is to go to www.poshpoochdesigns.com, and you can find that link and email address down in those notes underneath this video. Just go in that little description box and it'll say the website. You just click that website and there's a little contact tab. You hit that contact tab and it'll send an email right over to me, okay? If you can't find that, you can also message me over on the Posh Pooch Designs Facebook page. Do not message me on my personal page. I won't see it. Don't message me on Instagram or anywhere else. I won't see it. I don't have those things set up for that, okay? All right. Ready? The winner is, and I hope I say your last name right. If I butcher up your last name and say it wrong, please forgive me ahead of time, okay? All right. Our winner is Connie Holleran. I'm going to spell her last name just to get it right. Connie, of course, C-O-N-N-I-E. And the last name is H-A-L-L-O-R-A-N. Holleran. Connie, if you're watching, contact me. If you all know who she is, tell her to contact me, because she is our winner. Congratulations, Connie. All righty. That's so exciting. I really, really love giving things away. Now, I went ahead and did this just a little bit early because we're not going to have our December giveaway till after I get back. Okay, and remember, it's my husband and I's 40th wedding anniversary, and we're taking off about the 10th of December. We're going to be gone about a week, okay? But my faithful friend, Rita, who runs our PPD Puppy Love group for us, she's going to take over that and make sure that you get lots of good posts. Now, if you've never been over to the PPD Puppy Love group, that's where we have a ton of fun. We do, every day we do what's called the link blasts, which are, we post free links to patterns. We don't post patterns, but we post free links so you can find lots of fun patterns. And we try to theme it every day. Sometimes it's just willy-nilly, but a lot of times it's, you know, themed. And if not, you can post anything that you find. You can post links and pictures, just no patterns. Okay? And it's a lot of fun. We do some games sometimes in there and you know, just silly stuff, silly memes, and we just have a good time talking and having fun with each other. Okay, now I have a new yarn I want to show you. I just got this in this week. It is another Karen cake. It's called Lava Cakes from Yarnspirations. I'm going to show it to you in my closer camera because I want you to see this. This is the yarn. And to me, it looks a lot like Bernat Pop. It's a medium weight number 4, but it's one of those medium weights that's just a little bit fluffy is what I call it. It has a little bit of an alpaca look to it because it's kind of fuzzy, but it is not alpaca. It is upside down. All right, so it's 80% acrylic and 20% wool. Now, I struggle with 100% wool, but when I use something like this that only has about 20% in it, it doesn't seem to bother me as much. Okay, so that's something to keep in mind for this yarn. It is a medium weight number 4. And you can see it's got 8.5 ounces and 457 yards. I messed around with the other one a little bit, and it is a really nice soft yarn, but it's not soft like some of the other ones that I've used. I actually found it to be a little bit, I can't think of the word I'm looking for. Not rough, because it's not rough, just, I keep saying fluffy. It's wound a little bit looser than some of the other yarns, but I think it would make a really nice blanket, or maybe a shawl, or maybe even a lapgan, because with that 20% wool in there, excuse me 2 little seconds here. With that 20% wool in there, it's going to be a little bit warmer. Okay. What did Dawn say about her chihuahuas? She says, my chihuahuas never barked like this little Sherpecky. I don't know what that is. Sharpei. Maybe that's what it is. You know, I love my chihuahuas, and they are not typical barky dogs. They just really aren't. But they are fantastic doorbells, and they'll bark, and they're like, okay, I told you, and then they go lay down. You know, like, I did my job, I'm done. So anyway, I think this yarn is interesting. They have a lot of really pretty colors. You can see it is a longer striping yarn. And this one I forgot. It's called Scuba Splash. But as far as the texture of it, if you've ever used a Bernat Pop, it has the same kind of texture. It's not rough. It's just, and it's not super silky soft like, say, a Red Heart Soft, or what's that other one? Something soft that I like to use. I can't remember all of a sudden. But it's not soft like that. It has a little bit of a texture-y feel to it. So, what is it? Skip Edkey? I don't know what that is. I'm going to have to look that up. I don't know a lot about a lot of dog breeds, because I pretty much just know Labrador Retrievers, Goldens, and Chihuahuas. You know. So anyway, that is a new yarn that I got this week, and I got 2 of them, and I have in mind what I'm calling kind of a blanket wrap sort of thing that I want to do with that, but we'll see. Every time I come up with an idea, I get a new yarn in, and I have an idea of what I want to do with it. By the time I actually do something with it, it's usually something different than what I originally had in mind. You know, and I'm sure you all do that too. Any yarn that is sparkle but doesn't split. I'll have to tell you, I really, really like the Party yarn. It's, is it Bernat Party? It's what we just gave away last month, and I didn't find it splitty at all. It's really soft, and it has that sparkle through it. It's something Party. Karen Party. It's Karen Party. And I really, really like it. I've used it a lot. The other one with the sparkle that I really like is, I love this yarn from Hobby Lobby. They carry their Christmas sparkle colors all year long, and they have some that are not just Christmas. Like they have a black and an orange and a teal and a pink, and I love that along with all the Christmas colors. I also love the off-white one, the ivory, because sometimes I don't want like that bright white, and that ivory has that gold sparkle through it, and it's just really pretty. So those are 2 you might try if you're looking for a sparkle. I haven't had trouble with splitting with either one of those. All right, now I wanted to answer this question real quick, because one of the things that was asked of me, a lot of my patterns that I sell, that I also have videos for, I sell for either $2.50 or $3.50 on Ravelry. But there are a lot of people that don't really prefer Ravelry, and that's okay. We all have our preferences. And asked if I could put them on Etsy. Well, Etsy is quite a bit more expensive to put your patterns on than Ravelry. So what we did is we decided to make ebooks. And so what we did is we put depending on the length of the pattern, or if it's a $2.50 or $3.50 priced pattern, we put them together, and some of them have 4 to 6 different patterns in each ebook. And so what the difference is, and we put those on Etsy. And so what the difference is between, say, a ebook opposed to a bundle can change. Usually what happens if you're ordering a crochet pattern bundle, you're going to get individual PDFs that you can download. And those change. A lot of designers will add new ones and take old ones out that they've retired, because we do retire patterns from time to time. If I didn't retire some of them, I'd have about 3,000 patterns out there. And I already have 1,500. So, you know, so we do that. Things change, styles change, colors change, things like that. When you order a crochet pattern ebook, usually, and I say usually because every pattern designer does things differently, but usually it's a set amount of patterns. You usually have a page that tells you what's actually in that pattern or pattern book, and then you'll download just one PDF that includes all the patterns that are in that ebook. All right, and so that's the difference. The reason someone asked me is I've written newer patterns that are not in some of those ebooks, and they're wanting some of the older patterns and some of the newer patterns. And so if you do that, I would prefer that you go to Ravelry and get them. I like Ravelry. You can save everything in your library. You don't have to download it onto papers until you need it or whatever. Or you can download it. I usually download them to my iPad and work off my iPad because I just like that. It's just, you know, it's just preference again. But if you go to my Etsy, where we have our pattern bundles and our ebooks, and you want to purchase groups of them, they're set for this year. But with my pattern bundles, a lot of times, like I said, a pattern might be retired and I'll replace it with a different one. And so when you're getting a bundle, you end up downloading several separate PDF files. If you buy an ebook, you're going to get all that's in that ebook in one PDF file, which is kind of nice in my opinion, because you can download the whole thing to your computer and you can just bring up the one you want. You know, just scan through it and bring up the one that you want. And again, I use my iPad all the time. I am an iPad girl. I've had an iPad since it first came out. And actually, I'm on my third iPad because I'm clumsy. The last iPad I had, it said no more updates. You have to get a new one if you want to, you know. But before that, the first iPad I dropped and I broke the screen. The second iPad that I bought it from Best Buy. I brought it home. I went to set it on the counter. It hit the counter, hit the floor, and the whole corner cracked. And I used it for years and years with that crack in the corner because it was working just fine. Okay, so then last year at Christmas, or at Black Friday stuff, I bought a new, well, actually, was it last? Maybe it was, I can't remember. But the iPad that I have now, I've had less than a year. So it has to have been like spring or something. Because it said no more updates, you're going to have to get a new one. Because I like my iPad. It's just me. Everybody has a preference. Some people really like MacBooks. Some people would rather prefer to have a regular computer. I have a desktop computer that I do all my pattern writing on because I want to use a regular keyboard, you know, and do all my typing on there. But have I ever bought Dollar Tree yarn? Yes, I talked about this a few years ago when Dollar Tree first started coming out with their yarns. You had to be careful. One thing to understand about Dollar Tree yarns is they're not first, seconds, or third. They're about fifths, you know. But they're fine yarns. And I have bought lots of the cotton. I liked the Premier cotton that they had. Now, I have not bought the acrylics anymore because they're just too rough. Now, my Dollar Tree is no longer a Dollar Tree. It's a $1.50 tree. And also, it has aisles where things are $3, $5, $7, and $9. So you have to really watch the prices now at my Dollar Tree. And I have bought some of the bags that are bagged up, the remnants or whatever, mill ends. And those are really great because the mill ends are actually the yarns. They're just ones that maybe have a couple ounces less than they're supposed to because they weigh everything. Or it might be that the colors are off just a little or something like that. And I have used those, and they're great for doing lots of blankets for causes and charities. They're great for lots of purposes. And I like having them around because I like to just A lot of times, especially when I'm watching my Christmas Hallmark movies, and I've discovered a couple other channels, Lifetime and that, I think it's called GAC. I like all of them, and because I love Christmas movies. I know they're sappy, but I still love them. And the mysteries, I love the Hallmark mysteries. But anyway, I like to sit and work on a blanket that is a pattern that I've memorized, and I can just work on it. I get it done, then I give it away. It's kind of like someone asked me, what am I doing for everybody for Christmas this year? I have a pile of blankets. They're actually over there that I pulled out because I'm going to go and visit with some of my friends from Oklahoma while we're on our little trip. And I'm going to give each one of them a blanket with a note that says, wrap this around you. It's a hug from me. And I think that's a fun idea. And I love to do that because I love to give away a blanket. It's just fun. And also it helps you learn a new stitch. It helps you, come up with colors and stuff. And it's just one of those things I like to do. So back to the dollar store yarn. You just have to be careful what you buy. One thing I do recommend when you're looking at it and they have the big things of all the cotton and stuff, put your fingers on it, roll it around on your finger, see if it's going to be splitty, pull on it, see if that cotton's strong, because when they get to these places like Dollar Tree or Dollar General and stuff like that, those yarns are probably, like I said, they're not first or seconds, they're about fifths, and I love Dollar Tree. I do go there. I found lots of neat things there, but my Dollar Tree just is not stocked well. It's just a little disappointing, that's all. But I don't go there that often. I do go there for gift bags and cards, and then I'll look through the puzzles occasionally. But mine is just always a horrible mess and stuff's in the floor. And it's worse than this yarn room, So, but the thing is, after the first of the year, our January giveaway is our big yarn giveaway. And I just get a bunch of yarns and stuff them in there. It's a big mystery box and it's a lot of fun. So be sure and watch in January because we'll have our big yarn giveaway. Okay, now, what happened this week at Posh Pooch Designs? I've been dying to show you these. We had so much fun yesterday making these gnomes. And this is the one I did for... Where's your face? For the video. It's so cute. It's got M&Ms in it. And then this is the one that I did for the test. Okay, so what is this gnome? All right, it is a jar cozy. But I want to show you something. Take the lid off this. You can get these little tea lights. And again, I think I got these 2 for $1. I don't know if you can see it lit up. 2 for $1 at Walmart. I'm trying to do it where you can see. There we go. And you can put it in and it lights the baby up. See, I don't know if you can see it. This one goes blue, purple, pink, white. You can get just the white ones. And these make great gifts. They make great holders for lots of different things. I'm putting his hat back on. See, he's lit up. They're so easy to make. Okay, so you can buy either the plastic or the glass mason jars. I always have them around because I can. And, but if you don't have them, you can save a 16-ounce pickle jar or salsa jar. And you can also find the plastic ones because I really like the plastic ones when I give them to people with kids because the plastic one's not going to drop and break. It might break, but it's not going to shatter glass everywhere. You can put candy and goodies in these. You can fill them with stuff and gift cards. You can use that if you've ever made the pre-made cocoa mix and put it in a jar and given it to someone. This is a really great idea as a gift. Super cute. This one's done in sparkle yarns. We were talking about sparkle yarns earlier. This is the I Love This sparkle yarn. I think they call it metallic now. And I just put a little Christmas button on it. And it has a really tight little pom-pom. And then this one we did in the video. And I chose to go with what I call more elf colors. And I really love the pink with the bright green and then the kind of the cream. And I did the pom-pom a little floofier with all the colors. Add a little snowflake to the front. And so this is also another really good stash busting project. Because they don't have to be green and, red for Christmas. You can do whatever colors. You got purple and silver on your tree. make them purple and silver to match your decor. I love them in lots of blues and whites because it's like a snowy frozen. So anyway, these we did yesterday. And it's really, really easy. It's basically mostly double crochets and single crochets. We did the hat first, then we did the body, put it all together. Super easy. Super duper easy pattern you can do. And you can add whatever buttons, whatever ribbons, whatever you want to it. And it makes a really great decoration or gift. I love gnomes. Gnomes are the thing right now, aren't they? Okay, then the other things that we did... Oh, here they are. I couldn't remember. I've got so much on my table, I couldn't remember what we did. Okay, so we did the paw print Christmas ornament. And this was a pattern I wrote about probably 6 or 7 years ago. Really simple pattern. This one I did in pinks and cream. I don't know if you can see that because of my light. I got my light really bright this morning. But anyway, we did paw print Christmas ornaments. And this one, I wanted you to be able to see it. It's pink, and I put the little bone on there that's got a little zebra. Okay, so we'll talk about the red one. It's really easy. I did these in cotton, and I really prefer these in cotton just because the cotton holds its shape better. But if you've got a good stiff, like the old Red Heart yarn, that'll work too. Any medium weight number 4 yarn will work. Another way to use up some of your leftover cotton yarns or regular yarns. Okay, so, and then the other thing that we did was the dog bone ornament. Isn't that cute? And I did this one in pink. Maybe you can see that better. Let's see. I'm trying to... Huh. But anyway, it's shaped like a dog bone. We did that on Friday. And here, I'll show you the red one because that's up closer. And again, I like doing these in cotton because they hold their shape. If you're going to do these, either one of the dog patterns, the paw print and the bone, if you're going to do it in acrylic, what you can do is do 2 of them and then single crochet them together back to back like this, and it'll be a lot sturdier. You can do that as well for both of these if you're going to use acrylic. Okay, so that works. Now, I did those 2, and then I got an email, and she said, "What about us that have kitties?" I said, "Don't panic. This Friday, I've got Kitty's fish ornament." Super cute. It turned out so cute. As a matter of fact, I'm calling it Kitty's fish ornament. But if you're just someone who's into fish, you'll like it also. So don't worry. I didn't leave the kitty lovers out, okay? It just, it takes time, even these little patterns, to get them tested and get them done. But I think you're really going to like it. It's super duper cute. The only thing different you'll need on that, where you can use buttons on it as well. But with the fish, I wanted you to use a little eye. So you're either going to need to get like a eye you can glue on, sew on, or a safety eye for those. But it was so funny. Yesterday, I got 3 or 4 of them back, and I had them sitting on my table next to my computer downstairs. And my granddaughter goes, I'm like, "What?" Because she came over last night for a couple hours, and I said, "What?" She goes, "Those are so cute." So she liked them. She's 9, so hopefully you'll like them too. She is also very dramatic, so she's a very dramatic young lady. She loves gymnastics and all things, we love games and puzzles and stuff. But anywho, all right, Marcy's got a question. Let me see if I can answer it. I'm looking for help with a pattern based off pictures. My daughter and I lost our family cat, Kitty Cow, and I want to crochet her one, but I want to do it exactly how she looks. I don't know, because I'm not really sure exactly what you're referring to. If you want to, you can message me and send me a picture, and I can see if I can either see who does those, or if it's a graph. There's a lot of people out there that do graphs. So you can send me a picture if you want to, and through my email or over on Facebook, message Posh Pooch Designs. We can see if we can find someone who does have something like that, okay? Alrighty. Laura said she wants to see Santa butt coasters for Christmas. That would be really cute, but unfortunately Christmas patterns are already done. Not done, but written and being tested now. But I might keep that in mind for next year. I was watching the cookie challenge, and one of them made a cookie butt Santa, and it had like it was a cookie, and it had the chimney with Santa's bottom sticking out of it like he fell in head first. It was so cute. I'll have to see if I can find something like that for you, okay? I'll look around and see what I can find. But yeah, Kimberly, I see you. She couldn't come last week. It's good to see your name on there. She said gnomes are good all year round, and they really are. There is several different pattern designers that do gnomes for every holiday or every month or every season, and they're so much fun, and they're super duper cute. Heidi with Snappy Tots, I know y'all must follow her. She just wrote a pattern for a tissue, the little tissue boxes that you put like in your purse. She made this little gnome, and his hat comes over like this. It is so cute, and it's free on her blog right now. So go to Snappy Tots and look for her gnome. And if you're on Ravelry, you'll find it there also. Her patterns are so amazing. She has such a way of making all of her patterns cheerful and happy. She really, really does. And she is very unique in what she does. Nobody does anything like Heidi from Snappy Tots. I love her patterns. And I've done a bunch of them. Sometimes I just do them because they're fun. She did this one pattern that is duck feet slippers. And so I did some duck feet slippers, and it was when I was going to the gym at the rec center, and because I swim almost every day and do water aerobics. Well, I was going to the rec center here in my city, and so I put those duck feet slippers on, and I walked into the pool with those, not in the pool, but the pool area, and all the ladies and guys in that class just started laughing. They're like, oh, we never know what Sarah's going to do. It was so much fun. They got soaking wet, but I just set them on the dryer, and they dried. All right, another question. I have a question for you. Do you have a Crochet Santa Claus face Christmas tree ornaments? I do. It's a coaster, actually, that you can use as a Santa face. Look in my playlist here on YouTube in the Christmas pattern playlist, and it's called Santa Claus Coaster. And you can use it for an ornament, or you can use it for a coaster. Because I kind of try to do a lot of my things where you can use them for more than one thing. Okay, so I do have one. You'll find it there. Alrighty, so I think we've covered everything. Oh, I did want to mention something. Speaking of my friend here, Kim, she posted a video in our PPD Puppy Love Facebook group. It was of this amazing lady. She designs these scarves, and she had the scarf on, and then she took it off and she rolled it up, and it became a coffee cup. And then she did several other ones, and then she also did a bumblebee, and it was a long scarf, and then she took it and rolled it up, and she held it up, and it was a bumblebee. It was so cute. Go to our PPD Puppy Love group on Facebook. You have to answer 3 questions to get in, and then we check you to make sure you're not a bot or something else, a spammer, because unfortunately we've had them. And then join the group. We have so much fun in there. I love that video. She did probably 5 or 6 different scarves in this video. It was the neatest thing. Well, I remember the coffee cup and the bumblebee. I'm trying to think of what. Oh, and a sushi. She made one that looked like a sushi. So cute. Anyway, I'm going to let you go. I don't see any other questions. Oh, that's so cool. Kelvy says, I took your fish washcloth and made 2 of them and made a mitt for my grandson. What a cool idea. And see, you can do that with a lot of patterns. You can take what it is and make it into something else. But just by like like even with that fish washcloth, if you put 2 of them together, it's double thick and it can become a hot pad. So there's a lot of fun things that you can do. Don't limit yourself. Use your creative genius. Because remember, crochet is an art. It's ever changing, ever growing, and that's how we should be too. Never think you're an expert, because once you think you're an expert, you won't grow with your art anymore. And crochet is an art. All right, I have one more thing I need to tell you before we go, and that is next week. I'm trying to get my doctor's appointments in, and next week my doctor's appointment on Tuesday is at 9 o'clock. And so what we're going to do is we're going to move our live video to 1:30 in the afternoon because I have to do blood work and all that other nonsense. And when it comes to doctor's appointments, when they make the appointment, I just have to take what they give me. And I've been really good about being able to schedule around this for years. But because it's the end of the year and my age, and it has to do, with my thyroid. And so, or I should say lack thereof, because I don't have one. But anyway, so don't panic if next week you come online and it says that the live video is going to be at, I said 1:30, but if we can get everything done in time, I'll try to do it at 11:30. But what I'll do is I'll post a video like I always do, and also a meme or something, and I will let you know. If I can get everything done early and we can do the video at 11:30, I will try. But if not, I'm just going to push it to 1:30, and that will give us time. And the thing is about doing it on YouTube is it'll always be there. So if it's inconvenient for your time, it'll always be there and you can watch it later, okay? I hate to move it like that, but I just don't have any other way of doing, my doctor's appointment. All right, I'm going to look through and see if there's any other notes or comments real quick that need to be answered. Okay, looks like we got everything answered. And remember, you can always contact me through my webpage or through my Posh Pooch Designs Facebook page. You can always contact me through both of those places, and I will be able to answer your question. I always recommend that you don't ask like a big long question, in a comment or something, because it's really hard to answer that. So if you want to, message me through the webpage or through Facebook on my PPD page, that will work the best way. That way I see them. So many other times, you can get messages everywhere, and so I made it so that they don't, I don't see, if you go to my personal page, I won't see it. And so anyway, I am going to let you go on that note, and I will see you next week. I promise. I just don't know what time. Alrighty, so have a good first week in December, because today is November 30th, and I will see you all next week.